Hey guys, welcome back to Blaze TV. Ed Kimberley and Stu Coles as always, and a couple of really special guests joining us today ahead of the first couple of games of the Elite League mini-series. Returning forward Janne Laakkonen and returning defenseman Nico Bryhnisveen. Guys, it's so nice to see you both. I know you guys are in different rooms, but there's a serious theme running with the decor there behind you. Honestly, it's great to see you both. Janne, it wasn't really that long since we last spoke, but Nico, it's been a couple of years, but it's great to see you.
The feeling's mutual. Good to see you guys.
And Nico, I was talking to Danny the other day, and we were talking about the 2018-2019 season, and he often says that team was really underrated. Obviously, coming back, you must have some really fond memories of that year.
I really do. It was a great year. I mean, we had a great group of guys. We were really close knit. We hung out a lot outside. So my memories were just good. I mean, we were a little underrated because we didn't perform the way we should have placement wise that year. We had a good team and we couldn't get it we couldn't rack up the wins the way we wanted to, and but we made a surge at the end of the season, made playoffs, which was key, and so I have really good memories from that season, and the group was really great, and it's good to see guys that I've missed. So now in the hotel here, so it's good to be back.
No, for sure. It's good to have you back. And Janne, you were with us not that long ago, and 2019-20, that was an incredible year. And it was the intention for you to come back anyway, wasn't it? Before the world kind of got turned on his head.
I resigned back this year also, but couldn't. That didn't happen. So, but about last year, it was great. I have so many good memories there, and we played well, and it was fun, off ice and on ice.
Yeah, Nico was talking about his year. They went on a crazy run kind of at the turn of the calendar year, if I remember rightly. And you guys did something similar last year as well. Ended up finishing second, playoffs comfortable. I think we were probably the favorites to go and lift the playoff title last year as well. Maybe it's a little bit of a stretch to say that, but we were the hottest team, and it must have been a great feeling to be part of.
Yeah, I think after New Year we were in the hottest team in the league. So we went with the confidence in every game that we can beat anybody, and who knows how that could end. But obviously it wasn't our call, and we couldn't do anything about that. We have to cancel the season.
Yeah, it was a shame how that ended for sure. I keep telling people that I think out of all the teams, I mean, obviously it hit everybody hard, but for the Blaze, I think it was the worst timing. Nico, when you were here, I mean, obviously you've got a bit of hindsight, a bit of retrospect. What surprised you about the Elite League from your time?
How competitive it was. I mean, all teams were tough to play, and every game was alive all the time. The back and forth style, I mean, I knew about it, but it was refreshing when I came because I love that style of play. And I mean, it's a good league. It's competitive, and guys play hard. I think it's also compared to other places in Europe, I think it's guys have respect for each other. To touch on that, the fighting rule, we call it, that guys play hard, but there's a common decency there that you don't step over the line too much. There's more of that other places in Europe where the fighting's not allowed and things get out of hand quite a bit. So I like that part of it as well. And yeah, I mean, just overall really enjoyed my time when I look back at it. So I'm glad to be back for sure.
I could talk about that debate all day, the thing that you just mentioned about the different fighting rules, because you tend to find that if you take it away completely and you end up with some leagues, they ban you for 3 games for fighting, you find that you get more of the cheap stuff, right, too, which is obviously what you're trying to avoid in the first place, guys getting hurt. But anyway, your year here as well. If I remember rightly, you were defenseman of the year for the Blaze, and you scored goal of the season, which it's always nice to have highlights like that at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, it was a cool little achievement, and the fact that they appreciated me was really was really something that was nice when you left, to feel like you contributed, and the warm welcome I got now when it was known that I was coming back was really, really nice. We have such good fans in Coventry, and to see the excitement and to be appreciated it's really, really nice, and that gives a good feeling to anyone, of course. So I'm no exception.
For sure. Janne, actually, I asked Nico this, but I don't think I ever asked you. What surprised you about coming to the Elite League? When you first arrived in retrospect.
I didn't know much, but year before I played in Katowice, and we went to Belfast playing the Continental Cup, and there was nice atmosphere in the games, and kind of after that I started a little bit like watching what happened in this league, and when Stu contacted me in the summer, so I was ready to go pretty much.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And you formed an incredible partnership with Andy Johnston and Luke Ferrara last year. Luke was the first ever British player to lead the league in goals. But I mean, that partnership was incredible. I know we've talked about it a lot, but that must have been really important for you personally to have that success.
Yeah, for sure. We had a very good line, and the roles was there that Luke score goals, I give the passes, and Johnny did everything. So it was a lot of fun, and of course also PP was big thing last year. That a little bit different line there, but I think we were first or second in whole league, so that's why we win the games and score points. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because I remember, Stu, the power play for a few years had been a little bit hit and miss and never really got to, I think it finished second overall. I don't have that stat in front of me.
Second or third overall, I can't remember exactly, but it was, I mean, for many years previously, it had been a struggle for the Blaze, and not just under Danny as head coach. You can go back quite a few years, and I think having the power play last year was a real key aspect to the success of the team. Nico, after you left Coventry, you went back home and you went back to Norway for a year. You went to, and I'm going to apologise for the pronunciation, but it's Stavanger Oilers.
Close enough. Yeah,
close enough. You had a pretty good season over there in that first season. It was shortened by COVID, but at the point where it all ended up, 23 points clear at the top of the table. You must have felt, much like Janne did for the Blaze, you must have felt a lock for the playoffs at that stage.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of the same. I kind of sympathize with the boys. I was watching the season too, and we were in a run of a lifetime, to be quite honest. I think we won the league in January, so we had the luxury of the last 8 games to rest players for the playoffs, and we were ready to go. We were the big favorite, and you kind of felt like this is a big opportunity to lift the cup, and then everything just stopped. So it was an awful feeling, obviously. And then, I mean, we bounced back, and the league started up again this year. We got to play a little bit again and all that stuff, but it's without the fans and that stuff. It is quite different, I have to say. So it was gutting. It really was, and I'm sure Janne and the boys were gutted as well. But that's, I mean, it's the world we live in right now. Can't do anything about it. So we just try to adjust.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of adjustments, Janne, as Ed's already mentioned, and yourself as well, you were scheduled to come back to Coventry, but it didn't happen, and you found yourself over in Europe playing a little bit of hockey, a little bit of time in Austria, and a little bit of time in Norway as well. How was that over the past few months?
Norway, yeah, it was. I went there December, and but I didn't play much there, only 4 games, and I was quarantined first 10 days and then 3 days Christmas holiday, and I think then after that we went straight to play against Nico, and that didn't went so well, 2 games. So but yeah, then they stopped playing in early January, so I don't have so much experience in Norway hockey, so Nico can tell that much more, but it was good that I get some games at least, and good practice. So and when this opportunity came, so I was ready to go right away, and excited to come back and play some games.
And how did that move happen? So when the Elite League series was announced, how did that move happen for yourself, Janne? Did Danny get in touch with you, or was it yourself making the other move? How did it work?
Yeah, Danny informed us right away when he knew that this is going to happen, and I was interested right away. And but of course, we first need to wait what happened in Norwegian League, because I have a contract there. But when they canceled leagues there, so I signed here right away.
Nico,
how about yourself? Was it a similar sort of story there?
Yeah, it kind of was. I had some contact with Stewie early on, and then we were still in the waiting game at our spots, just practicing and waiting for official notice. So kind of just gave an attention that if it's possible, I really want to come, and we kind of had to wait it out until it got close. But thankfully it worked out, and the team I was in was really understanding, and we're hockey players and you want to play hockey, so I was really excited to come when the opportunity arose. So bummed that we didn't get to play back there, but at the same time, it's one door shuts and then another one opens. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
I think that's a nice thing. You're hockey players, so you want to play hockey. I mean, for yourself, I mean, you've probably had more hockey than most this year with a number of games. I mean, was it tempting to sort of say, well, actually, season in Norway's done. I'm kind of fed up with the turmoil. Let's just roll on over to September and start afresh then.
Yeah, I mean, the idea crosses your mind, obviously, because it's weary on you with the waiting and the frustration of it all. At the same time, I mean, like I said, I play hockey and I feel kind of blessed to have this as my job, and I've always had that perspective of it. So whenever I have a chance to do so, I think you should, because I think you'll end up when you're done wishing you could play more. I mean, I'm just that kind of guy. So for me, it's kind of easy decision. I mean, if I can play, I will play. And like Janne, I'll hopefully be able to play for a long time.
And Janne, you yourself, you've had a long pro career now. You've played in a lot of different countries over the years. But this Elite League series, that must be a new experience for yourself, because it's something different that pretty much nobody will have experienced.
Yeah, I believe it is, because we come together like a quick and only couple practice and then we go. So we have to stick together fast and get some good results. So it's something different, but only the positive way.
Absolutely.
And I think that probably the experience of the whole bubble, Janne, is a lot different than I guess anyone's really used to. The only real comparable I can kind of think of is, I guess, being in an Olympic village. Usually, obviously, you sign for a team. You know, both you guys have done this. You go, you move to your new place. Everyone sets you up. You meet your teammates. You go get to experience a lot of the culture and do a bit of traveling. But it's going to be a little bit different this time around, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But good thing is I get the food in my door, and I don't have to cook now, so I can fully focus on playing hockey. So that's good stuff now. So, but like I say, we just have to try to stick together as soon as possible and start playing good hockey. But first of all, like enjoy it and be grateful that we can even play in these days. So that's
for sure.
Thing.
I mean, we keep. I mean, Ethan, the equipment manager, called me earlier and we were talking about it, and just kind of. I was really curious, like what the setup was, because I was thinking, like you just said about food. It's like, well, what are they going to do for food, and things like that, and like exercise. Obviously, working out and keeping in shape is going to be really important for it. So I threw like a million questions at him, poor guy. I was just going to say, Nico, for some of the younger guys that you brought over kind of with you almost. From Norway, it's going to be a real character building thing for them, isn't it? Because for all three of the guys, two of the other guys, I don't think they've ever played outside Norway before, apart from the couple of games they've had in the Champions League. I don't think they'll have experienced anything like this, so it'll be really good for the younger guys.
Yeah, I think so too. Both young, promising. I think I don't know them personally before, but like just watching they're growing in the league that I've been in, and they're both up and comers for sure. So this, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get a good experience out of this, being kind of more, being have to be a little bit more of a pro, take care of yourself, more expectations maybe than you're used to when you're a young local guy. Now these more things are more expected of you when you come over as an import, and that's a good learning experience. How do you cope with that type of pressure? So I think there's a lot to take out of it from this experience for those two guys. And I mean, I see already that they're gonna contribute for us in a good way. So
awesome.
We have stuff to look forward to there from both them. So I'm really excited for both of them.
It's interesting because you get Danny's perspective when we talked to him about Max and Simon, and kind of say, well, what do you think? And he gave us his thoughts. But having played against them and now having played a little bit with them for a couple of on ice sessions, what are they like? Tell us about them.
I mean, Max, I'm playing with him now. Played a lot against him. I mean, strong, good skater. He plays a solid game. I mean, reads the play well defensively, wins his battles. He's a strong guy and used to playing with more of an offensive type. So suits me and him well to go into a partnership together. So I mean, he's used to high competitive level and in a shutdown role. So I think he's mature already. And Siemens had a great year. I been watching him. That's a kind of our rival where I play, and he's been scoring goals. He's been on a good line because he's that good. So he's taken that spot for him over a couple seasons now. So both of them are really in a good development. And Siemens a gritty forward. He's gonna lay the body. He's gonna be in front of the net. And both of them are tough players. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do for us.
Yeah, for sure. I keep saying I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I just can't wait to get it going here. And Janne, being the most experienced guy on the roster, I seem to remember you saying last year that you really enjoyed having a younger group around you as well. Do you think that's going to be the same here?
Yeah, I hope so, and I believe it is. And last year, yeah, there was a Drew over 30, so I don't know if there's now anybody else than me, but
I'm getting
just the goalie. Just the goalie.
Oh, just yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't matter to me, so I just do my job, and I enjoy with the guys' company, and they are just young, and they want to go forward their careers. So if I can help somehow, so I'm happy to do that, and hopefully I can be some little so that experience, then they can see what I'm doing and take something with them.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of I mean, I'm going to put words in their mouths here, but a lot of the younger guys are definitely going to be trying to soak up as much of that experience from you as well, picking up all the little hints and tips that we saw you use last year to great success. I mean, if I was in their shoes, I'd want a piece of that. So yeah, Nico. Anyway, I think while we're talking about some of your colleagues and for yourself as well. The Norwegian national team are in the same tier as Team Great Britain. It's very much a tournament to give some of the Team Great Britain guys some ice time ahead of that. I mean, I think our first game's against Russia, so no pressure there. And for you guys, is one of the aims to put yourself in the shop window for the Norwegian national team?
Naturally, I think so. Seeing what the guys that are come from this team and for the other teams as well, good Norwegian players all in that national team discussion. So I mean, you had the option to go in a training camp kind of a thing instead. A lot of these young guys, which is also good, but I mean, nothing better than to play games competitively. And so I mean, I think it's the best window you can do to show your skills and to show that you're ready for a world championship for the guys knocking on that door for sure. So I think that's a huge part of it. And especially I know for Simon and Max that want to break in there. This is why not? I mean, so great opportunity.
For sure. Janne, how have the first couple of practices been? Do you kind of feel that competitiveness? Those guys that are really driven, and it's not just being treated as a bit of a vacation almost.
Yeah, it's been good. Of course, everybody are a little real rusty still, but we improve every day, and I think we just get that first game and play that, so then everything is going better way, and we have a good group of guys here, so I believe that we can do something what we did last year.
And for you as well, nice to see some familiar faces. I mean, it's a lot of new faces for how it's been put together, but it must be nice to catch up with guys like Venus and Forbesy from last year.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. So yeah, a little missing boys, of course, in the summer, and when I expect that I'm coming back, so then I didn't. So yeah, but we've been a little bit in touch, and that's good. And now we look forward to play together and just hang out a little bit together.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple of guys still to come in. Luke is still playing in Poland, so he had a good result, winning 2-0 in the game 3. Good for him, bad for us, because obviously we want to have him in the lineup. I believe Mike Hammond's coming in a couple of days, so he's a top end talent at this level, so it'll be great to have him on the ice. But I mean, Nico, you've been away a little bit longer than Janne, but how excited are you to get rid of the training jersey and put on the full Blaze uniform?
It's gonna be awesome, I think, and like Janne said, I think in this type of format, it's not that much you can do practice-wise. I mean, we're going through some systems for guys that haven't been here before and getting out the kinks and rust. But we're gonna need some games here to play to really get some chemistry going and kind of use the first games as a learning experience, I think, as a group, because to get sort of a starting point and then just roll on from there. So I think everybody's really excited to just get going because there's going to be a lot of games here in a short period of time. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be really, really cool. I think cool format. And I know, guys they just want to get going. You can see it on the ice.
And one of the things you'll remember from Janne from last year is how the Elite League works. Generally, teams aren't very deep. There isn't that really good level second tier that guys can get called up from if there's injuries or suspensions or whatever. So having a slightly deeper roster with the extra guys is going to be really crucial, isn't it? With the wear and tear on the bodies, with a lot of games in a short space of time.
Yeah, it's very important now that we can roll on 4th lines in the games because there is not much rest between the games. So and now of course the guys need to play, and the young guys can play more, and they have energy and everything. So I just trying to keep them their speed and
yeah. And I think this is probably the case for both of you guys at one point in your career. You've been that young guy trying to break through, and this opportunity for any of the younger guys really to get minutes in situations at this level they're not used to, it's just going to be so invaluable, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that goes for all sports and any player. I mean, when you're young, it's all about that opportunity. I mean, some get it early, some get it later. I mean, some get it more than others. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's about what you do when you get it. So I think there's a lot of guys that really wants to show what they have. I think we have a younger and a hungry team. So I think that's a strength of ours, and it's gonna be good. Some guys are gonna show that they're capable of more than maybe what they have been doing in the past, which is kind of what this is. Yeah, and at the same time, with somebody's gonna get injured. Guys are gonna get wears and tears. So you're gonna get forced into using guys all your roster, which is gonna be key. So it's gonna be good, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Stu, I mean, we've been talking about this a lot because we're really lucky to be doing the commentary, so being able to do our little thing for it. But I'm struggling so hard to just keep it on a level because I'm so excited.
I can't explain it. I mean, it like a whole year without any sort of hockey here in the UK at all. And then there's a little tournament that we get to see. I mean, I'm excited for the games to start on Saturday, but much like yourself, Ed, I'm just that little bit more excited to actually be there on Sunday and be calling that first game with you. I think that's going to be a fantastic. And I'm just glad that the guys that we have here with us this evening are going to be on the ice for Coventry as well. I mean, it's fantastic to have you both back. I think you were both hugely popular in your seasons with the club, and hopefully it will continue over the next few weeks.
Yeah, for sure. I actually think I kind of wanted to ask about that actually, because both in your own ways were almost cult heroes from the last spells that you had here. Janne, what was that like? Were you aware like how popular you were with the Blaze fans? Because they love you, man.
Well, yeah, I think everybody were, because we play well, and like the fans was amazing all year, and like that atmosphere in Skydome. So it was like wonderful to come there and play, and we can come and every game with the confidence, with confidence that we can win, because we have like a six players, the fans.
Man.
So, but I don't know about the popular. Yeah, just do my job, and I hope that they like it.
That's probably why one of the reasons you were so popular. And Nico, too, I think you kind of said it at the beginning of this chat. Really, one of the things that made you really eager to come back to Coventry for this was just how well liked you were at your time here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I was so well treated, and I just remember fondly, after games, people want to say hi and ask about the game and show an interest, and the interaction we do in a lot of weeks early in the week where we sit with fans and we do quizzes and all that stuff. I think like Coventry is a club where the fans and the players are really knit together, more than very many other places, and I think that's a strength of the club, which I really, really like. So I think that was one of the things that I really, really think fondly of when I look back, is how well I was treated, and that's something that makes guys want to return for sure.
That's awesome. Stu, have you got anything else you want to throw out there before we wrap this thing up?
No, just can't wait to get started now.
Yeah, me too, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, we'll have a lot more of these with the guys throughout the mini series. The wonders of Zoom, right? I've been doing this for quite a while, and I'm so used to just sticking a microphone in front of a guy's face from about 6 feet away. Obviously, we can't do that now, but it makes the guys a lot more easy to get hold of. It means that they don't literally have to have a microphone stuck in front of their face, guys. I'm sure you'll both appreciate that at times too. But it means that we get to talk to you more often. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed already or signed up to a package for the mini series, urge you to do so. It's going to be some awesome hockey. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And if you do sign up, we'll see you there.